We got to see the nigga Shanks again. Man. You see the flowers on his pants? Manly. Way too manly.
Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my God. Woo!
That's lit. That's gonna be the hook right there.
Yeah. I'm like, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my God. I'm like, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my God.
Sword fist.
I just beat that Uncharted 4.
So this chapter picks up immediately where the last one left off, with Luffy hitting Cracker with the cone gun. And I gotta say, I thought this fight was over, but now this motherfucker literally just got started. Luffy hasn't even hurt Cracker yet, because you see Luffy immediately follows up his cone gun and he proclaims, yo, I'm going to go save Sanji, so nothing's about to stop him. So he follows up with, he goes right after Cracker for another cone gun. Cracker counters the cone gun with his pretzel roll, but that pretzel roll wasn't about jack shit. And that same attack was the same attack that sent Luffy flying for like a minute and left him like embedded to the side of a cake mountain. So Luffy's cone gun is fucking ridiculous. So Luffy's cone gun breaks the Cracker, the pretzel roll, and then I swear to God, I thought he punched Cracker in half, and he did, but like he didn't. Because it turns out this whole time, bro, Luffy hasn't even been fighting Cracker. He's just been fighting like his body armor. The real Cracker has been inside of it. And this is the part where the chapter gets a bit controversial in a sense, because Cracker's armor is manhandling Luffy. And the real Cracker comes out and he proclaims out loud, like during his monologue, which I don't know why the fuck he was even monologuing to begin with, but he literally proclaims out loud, yo, hey, I don't like pain, that's why I read his armor. And that had me thinking, like, what the fuck? Like, so you bought some weak shit, but going back and looking at the chapter, I saw he did one thing I didn't catch the first time. Cracker cut Luffy in gear for it. Doflamingo's strings couldn't even do that. Every time Doflamingo hit Luffy with the strings, he would break them off him, he would do whatever. So Cracker outside his armor still is not weak shit. Now, I'm considering that this character is like kind of a glass cannon in a sense where he has high damage output and like amazing high heat control and whatnot, but like he just can't take a hit. And I get the feeling that if Luffy gets a single hit on him, the fight's probably going to be over. But then again, it might not, who knows. But anyway, so the fight progresses, and Luffy does something I didn't think he could do. He Gatlinged in gear 4. And the reason for that being, because you know Cracker was monologuing and he's like, oh, look at my, I ate the biscuit fruit, I'm a biscuit man, and I'm a biscuit man, and then like he can fucking, he's making all these clones out of biscuit dough, hard ass biscuit dough, I guess. You know, he's calling himself an artist and shit. He kind of reminds me of like a Sasori or like Deidara, you know, art and blah blah blah, whatever. But anyway, he's making all these clones out of biscuit dough, and they're charging at Luffy. You know, so Luffy, he reels back and he powers up. He goes for the, oh my god, one, I love this kid. Like, Kong, and he just he's going ham. I was like, yo, what, he just Gatling? Oh, that's another thing, bro. New gear 4th attack. So what we got with the Kong gun, the Rydell Schneider, the Kelvin pistol, fucking Leo bazooka, King Kong gun, Organ, fucking Kong Organ. I don't know. He Gatling in gear 4. I didn't think it was possible. And because he reeled his fist back, I realized these punches have to be hard as hell, because he didn't just, you know, Gatling. He reeled his fist back like he would do for a Kong gun or a Leo bazooka, and then he Gatling. So the Gatling has the force of his fist when he launch him. He's just slinging them back and forth. So these are some hard ass hits. You can tell because Luffy's breaking a lot of these Cracker clones. He didn't break all of them, but he's breaking a lot of them. But the clones are advancing, they're getting closer. And one thing I did note, Cracker was telling Luffy, like, it took like everything you had, which isn't true. He hasn't seen the King Kong gun. That motherfucking punch split a city in half. Actually, no, it was the force of him hitting Doflamingo to the ground split the city. Luffy's fist never fucking touched the city when he did the King Kong gun. If that King Kong gun would have hit Dressrosa, like the King Kong gun itself, that everybody would have died. But he hasn't seen the King Kong gun, so he don't know what the fuck Luffy can do. But he thinks, you know, Luffy's giving him everything he's had, but to a point, Luffy still had to use gear 4 just to fight Cracker. So Cracker makes a valid point. If you had to do this to fight me, what are you gonna do against Mama? Who knows? I'm still betting that Sanji's gonna fight Mama. Like I get a feeling, you know, Sanji gonna walk in that bitch like you ain't no lady, and kick her in the face or something. What if Nami beat Mama? What the fuck? I don't know. I really feel like every Straw Hat there should team up and fight Mama because that's the only way that's just gonna make sense. They couldn't. One of them can just beat her one on one. Then again, they might not even fight her. Fuck, I'm going off track. Cone organ, it shatters the clones, you know, it eventually breaks them all. So Cracker, he decides, you know, he's gonna do this man to man. So he runs up to Luffy, he attacks him with an attack called his honey pretzel. Now we don't see the effects of this attack because it doesn't hit Luffy. We don't know what it can do, but I'm pretty sure that if just a casual swing from Cracker outside his armor can cut gear for it. I'm pretty sure that honey pretzel would have fucked Luffy up if it hit him, but Luffy dodges it, more than likely probably using observation high key. I'm not necessarily sure, or maybe he just saw it coming because it was a pretty straightforward attack. He dodges it, and then you get a close up of both their faces, but the chapter's over. So I'm like, fuck. I mean, the chapter's not over, but the fight's over. So I'm just like, I mean, it's not over. They go and they switch. They go off panel. I'm just like, what the hell? Like, so we don't know how this fight going. We don't know if it's over. But it says, you know, meanwhile, in other places on the island, we first get a shot of Nami and Pound terrorizing the homies. But not fucking love Nami. Like, I really do love Nami. Nami is terrorizing the homies. She's like, oh, what? And I don't give a... Because I guess she was commanding them to take her somewhere. But it was like, we can't go over there. Because, you know, Cracker and Luffy is fighting. And they're destroying the whole forest. Like, we don't want to get caught in the crossfire. And I was like, bro, I don't care if all of you die. Like, you better take me where I want to go. And then she asked the homies, who's more terrifying? Like, Mama or Commander Cracker? And the homies like, oh, no, you're more terrified than all of them. Nami hooded on the Big Mom's Vera card, you know, fucking the ultimate hostage negotiator, that's what I call her. We get a shot of Carrot and Chopper. Chopper, I guess, is trying to be the authoritative figure here, since he is a senior member, you know, of the Straw Hat crew. He's been there for a minute. And I guess he's just telling, look at me, I'm already counting Carrot as part of the Straw Hats. He's telling Carrot, he's like, hey, you know, from now on, just call me Big Brother Chopper. She's like, gotcha, Bropper. And he was like, what the fuck was that? But anyways, let me get this amazing shot of Carrot and Chopper inside of Brulee's mirror world, and that shit's just like all over the place. If you ever seen Justice League Unlimited, there was an episode called Flash and Substance when, you know, Batman and Orion was helping Flash fight the Rogues Gallery. And Mirror Master trapped the Flash inside a mirror world with this reporter chick, and he's just running around an infinite spiral of stairs and shit, and it's just mirrors everywhere. That's exactly what it reminded me of. It was so cool to look at. So Chopper said they're going to use the mirrors to their advantage. I'm only going to assume, since the mirrors are connected to every mirror on Whole Cake Island, they're going to be looking for Sanji. That's just the most logical thing to do, because Sanji has to be in a room with a mirror in it somewhere. That's the only thing that makes sense. But they're gonna run into Brulee because Brulee is inside the mirror world. She retreated back in. She's in there somewhere. So Carrot and Chopper might have to put her down for good. If Nami's not gonna finish her off, Carrot and Chopper just might have to do it. And if they do that, they might get released from the world. So who knows? We get a quick shot of Brook and Pedro. We don't really know much about what they're doing. We just know they're following around one of Big Mom's guardians or her sentinels or whatever. And it's Pedro said, I don't know how he knows this, but he said once he does his patrol, he's gonna go back to Mama, so we're just gonna follow him there. So we just gotta keep a trail of him. I'm like, how the fuck do you know this? But Pedro hiding some shit. And then the end of the chapter, right before the end of the chapter, we get a shot of Mama, and she's in her chair. She's talking to her hat, and she's anxious. She's like, yeah, like, yo, give me a status update. What's up with this Straw Hat kid? Like, where is he at? And then the hat was just like, Mama, you crazy? We sent Cracker after him. Like his chances of winning her, like, just went straight to zero. And even if he does get here, the hat makes a good point. He was like, even if Luffy does get here, he's not gonna save Sanji because the wedding takes place right here in the throne room, and you're right here. So yeah. And Mama, I guess she seemed disappointed. She was like, are you serious? Like, all that big talk he did over the Denden Mushi, is like, was it all just for show? So I'm really thinking I don't think Mama thinks Cracker's gonna win. I think she's expecting Luffy to show up. I really think she is, because she seemed slightly disappointed when her hat was telling her, yo, I don't think Luffy's gonna make it here. I don't think any of them are. And she was like, I don't know. That's interesting. Now that I think about that, that's really interesting. Chapter ends with like a full spread, like 2 whole pages of just Vinsmoke. Oh man, we get to see Jaji, he's a bitch. We get to see Younji, he's a bitch. We get to see Reiju. Why you do this to me, Reiju? I love you, girl, but you making me mad as hell. Like putting that bomb on Sanji's wrist, laughing at him when he got beat up as a child. Reiju needs some redemption going on. Reiju needs to be a Straw Hat. And we get Sanji, who was shivering, like he was actually shuddering, like he was just like so much so that he didn't even ash a cigarette. I guess he just let it burn. And the reason being, you see in the very next page, is because his 2 brothers, Ichiji and Niji, show up. And I guess it's either one or 2 things happen. Well, I know for a fact Sanji is using his observation haki because Oda said, like, out of the monster trio, he's the one who mastered observation haki. So I'm assuming Sanji he's aware of the fact that they're there. And I'm not sure if he's shuddering because he's afraid of them or because he has like PTSD or something, where he just remembers his horrible childhood and these 2 are just the worst and they just make him like, Niji is upset. He's like, yo, how the hell can he show up here and not fucking like greet us personally? And Ichiji is like, oh, calm down, like whatever, we're just gonna go see him anyway. And he's telling them, congratulations, you did a good job with your mission. And we see Ichiji and Niji walking right off their boat or whatever onto the docks, you know, reuniting with the rest of their Vinsmokes. And this is making for an interesting situation because all the Vinsmokes are headed straight to the throne room. Like, that was confirmed in the chapter. It's like, yo, all the Vinsmokes are here, they're going straight to the throne room, they're getting ready for the wedding. So the second Luffy gets to this throne room, or Nami, or Brook, or Pedro, or Chopper, or Carrot, is gonna be, Mama's gonna be there herself, and all the Vinsmokes are gonna be there. Plus any of the commanders she got, and any of the crew members. Fuck, bro, the Straw Hats are gonna be in for one hell of a fight this arc. This shit is getting so good. It's so good. I can't wait. I can't wait. I just can't. I can't. It's so awesome. I'm so excited. I can't wait for next week. There is some chapter next week. Fuck. Damn. Okay, whatever. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think I should talk about next or what I should react to next. And as always, if you like being entertained, click that subscribe button. That's what I'm here for. It's your boy, Soul Peace. Peace. I love One Piece. Awesome. Peace.